Honorable Chief Guest, Honorable Special Guests, respected Director General of BIISS and today's chair of the session, distinguished professors from Fudan University, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon to all of you. On behalf of Bangladesh Institute of International and Strategic Studies, BIISS, I welcome you all to the closing session of the 2026 Comparative Governance Forum Bangladesh session. We are deeply honored to have among us His Excellency Muhammad Ismail Zabiullah, Honorable Advisor to the Prime Minister, Ministry of Public Administration, as the chief guest of today's program. We are also pleased to have among us His Excellency Mr. Yao Wen, Ambassador of China to Bangladesh, and Professor Zhang Ping, Vice Dean, School of International Relations and Public Affairs, Fudan University, as a special guest. Distinguished participants, this program will commence with the closing remarks by the session chair, Major General S.M. Ridanur Rahman, Director General BIISS. This will be followed by the presentation of certificates to the participants who have successfully completed the training program. Thereafter, we shall have the remarks by our distinguished special guest, Professor Zhang Ping, Vice Dean, School of International Relations and Public Affairs, Fudan University. Following in his remarks, the closing address will be delivered by our Honorable Chief Guest, His Excellency Muhammad Ismail Zabiullah, Honorable Advisor to the Prime Minister, Ministry of Public Administration. The program will end with the souvenir exchange and the official group photograph. May I now request the session chair to kindly deliver his remarks.
Thank you, Murshi. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Honorable Chief Guest, His Excellency Muhammad Ismail Zabiullah, Honorable Advisor to the Honorable Prime Minister for Ministry of Public Administration, Honorable Special Guest, His Excellency Mr. Yao Wen, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, People's Republic of China to Bangladesh, Professor Zhang Ping, the Vice Dean of School of International Relations and Public Affairs, Fudan University, distinguished delegates from Fudan University, esteemed invited guests, dear participants, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon. As we gather here for the concluding session of the 2026 Comparative Governance Forum Bangladesh session, it gives me immense pleasure to reflect upon what has been an intellectually enriching and professionally rewarding 4 days journey. On behalf of BIS, I extend my sincere appreciation to every participant, speaker, resource person, organizer, and partner institutions whose dedication, unwavering support, and active engagement have contributed to the success of this forum. Ladies and gentlemen, over the past 4 days, we have had the privilege of listening to a distinguished group of scholars from Fudan University and Bangladesh who shared valuable perspectives on a wide range of contemporary governance issues. Our discussions have covered the evolving international order, comparative governance, China's political and governance system, targeted poverty alleviation models, digital governance and artificial intelligence, development strategies, industrial modernization, and the expanding horizon of Bangladesh-China cooperation. These sessions have demonstrated that governance is a dynamic and evolving process. While every country follows its own historical path and institutional framework, there is immense value in learning from one another's experiences. Comparative dialogue enables us to broaden our perspectives, deepen our understanding of public policy, and identify innovative approaches to addressing common challenges and unexplored opportunities. The interactive discussions following each lecture reflected the high level of interest and professionalism among the participants. The thoughtful questions, constructive exchanges, and willingness to engage in candid dialogue have greatly enriched this program and event. I hope these conversations will continue beyond this forum through future academic collaboration, policy exchanges, and professional partnership. The MOU that we signed with the Fudan University on the first day will surely contribute to facilitating and further expanding the scope and magnitude of our future engagements. The field visit to a local Chinese enterprise yesterday also provided to the participants an important practical reflection to this discourse. It offers the participants an opportunity to observe development cooperation at the operational level and to connect theoretical discussions with practical experiences. Distinguished participants, this forum represents more than a training event. It is an important platform for strengthening mutual understanding, promoting academic excellence, and fostering institutional cooperation between Bangladesh and China. Such initiatives contribute to building trust, encouraging knowledge sharing, and enhancing people to people connectivity, all of which are essential elements of enduring bilateral relations. I am particularly pleased that this program has brought together participants from diverse professional backgrounds. This diversity has enriched our discussions and reinforced the value of interdisciplinary approaches to governance and public policy making. I would like to express Mrs. deep appreciation to Fudan University for its excellent partnership in organizing this forum. Our sincere thanks also goes to the BRICS Joint Research Institute, the Dr. Shekhar Cham Center for Comparative Political Development Studies, the School of International Communication and Global Leadership of Fudan University, and most importantly, the Embassy of the People's Republic of China in Bangladesh for their invaluable support and cooperation. I also wish to convey my heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished panelists for sharing their expertise with such generosity. Their contributions have undoubtedly enhanced our understanding of contemporary governance issues and enriched the overall quality of this program. To all our participants, I offer my warm felicitation. Your enthusiasm, commitment, and active participation has been instrumental in making this forum a success. I hope the knowledge acquired here will support your professional responsibilities and inspire continued learning and collaboration. Ladies and gentlemen, the true measure of a program such as this lies not only in the ideas exchanged during these 4 days, but also in the partnerships that emerge afterwards. I encourage all participants to remain connected with one another and with our institutions so that today's dialogue may evolve into future research collaboration, policy initiative, and academic exchanges. BIS remains firmly committed to strengthening international cooperation through research, dialogue, and capacity building. We look forward to expanding our partnership with Fudan University in the years ahead through joint research, academic exchange, training program, and collaborative policy initiatives. Distinguished guests, before concluding, I'd like to acknowledge the dedicated efforts of the organizing teams from BIS, Fudan University, and all supporting institutions. Their professionalism and hard work have ensured the smooth success and successful conduct of this forum. My sincere gratitude to Professor Shen Zimin, the Vice President of Fudan University, who is unfortunately not present here, Professor Zhang Ping, the Vice Dean, and all the esteemed delegation members of Fudan University for your energetic and inspiring engagement with the participants throughout these 4 days. Your contribution will truly enrich and professionally rewarding for the participants. In a few moments, we shall have the pleasure of awarding certificates to our participants in recognition of their successful completion of this executive training program. I congratulate each one of you on this achievement and wish you every success in your future endeavor. Before I conclude, I take this opportunity to once again thank our Chief Guest, His Excellency, the Honorable Advisor to the Honorable Prime Minister for Ministry of Public Affairs, our special guests, and the invited guests for your kind and gracious presence. I wish everyone, particularly the delegation from Fudan University, safe travel and continued success. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, sir, for your remarks. We shall now proceed to the presentation of certificates to the participants who have successfully completed the program. May I respectfully invite our Honorable Chief Guest, Special Guest, and Session Chair to kindly join us for the certificate presentation ceremony. I request the participants to come forward as their names are announced. Abdullah Al Kafi, Mohammed Abdul Khair Zihan, Asim Nawaz Khan, Research Associate, CPT. Badiruজ্জামান, Research Officer, BIMRAT. Chaudhary Samiul Haq, Deputy Director, BEI. Firoz Al Mamman, Deputy Secretary, Ministry of Commerce. Zonaid Khan, Research Analyst, OCPAS. Kashfi Rayan, Research Fellow, BIDS. Mashroom Mahmood Khan, Lecturer, BUP. Mohammad Ali Siddiqui, Assistant Professor, University of Dhaka. Mohammad Anwar Sana, Deputy Director, BIDA. Mohammad Fazul Islam, Research Assistant, FSDS. Mohammad Tariq Hossain, Additional Executive Director, BEPSA. Mostaqim bin Motahir, Associate Professor, Jahangirnagar University. Economist, PRI. Raihan Mahmood Hannan, Senior Assistant Secretary, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Riyasad Iqbal, Research Coordinator, CSCSS, SIPJ. Roman Uddin, Senior Research Associate, CGS. Hmm? Saida Akhtar, Assistant Professor, University of Dhaka. Shadia Maher Shyam, Research Analyst, Ocpus. Shinjina Akhtar, Lecturer, Jahangirnagar University. Snehashish Dash, Deputy Secretary, Ministry of Industries. Mohammad Shihabuddin, Deputy Director, Beza. Sultana Saleha Shumi, Senior Assistant Secretary, Ministry of Shipping. Sultana Saleha Shumi, Senior Assistant Secretary, Ministry of Shipping. Iftikhar Yunus, Senior Assistant Secretary, ERD. Mr. Shahid bin Aziz, Director, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Mohammad Jahan Shoaib, Research Fellow, BIISS. Mohammad Mazidul Haq, Research Officer, BIISS. Nusar Ahmed Chaudhary, Inter, BIISS. Tami Zahin Hossain, Intern, BIISS. Rehnuma Tabassum, Intern, BIISS. Sadika Khan Sara, Intern, BIISS. Roxana Zaman, Rimchim, Intern, BIISS. Mohammad Shamim Imon, Intern, BIISS. Wasta Ahmed Medhan, Intern, BIISS. Abu Bakr Siddiq Nafis, Intern, BIISS. Now I would like to welcome Mr. V. Fay to come forward and take the small token. Jang Yadan. May I now respectfully invite our session chair, Major General A.S.M. Ridwanur Rahman, Director General BIISS, to kindly take the chair and conduct the remaining proceedings of the closing session. Thank you.
Once again, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the participants on the successful completion of this training program. I hope the knowledge and experience gained over the last 4 days will contribute meaningfully to your respective professional responsibilities and strengthen the bonds of friendship and cooperation between Bangladesh and China. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my distinct pleasure to invite our special guest, Professor Zhang Ping, the Vice Dean of School of International Relations and Public Affairs, Fudan University, to deliver his remarks.
Okay. Dear distinguished Major General Rahama, dear Honorable Advisor to the Prime Ministry of Public Administration, the Bihala, and dear Ambassador Mr. Yao Wen, respected colleagues from BIIS, all participants and the Chinese faculty, good afternoon. 4 days ago, we gathered in Dhaka to launch the 2026 Comparative Governance Forum, jointly organized by BIIS and Fudan University, and which is also have very high support from the Chinese embassy. And today, this training program comes to a successful conclusion. On behalf of the School of International Relations and Public Affairs, Fudan University, and all Chinese lecturers, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to BIIS for its thorough organization, and also to the Chinese embassy in Bangladesh for the consistent support, and every participant for your active and insightful exchanges throughout the sections. And this forum is held actually at a historical moment when China and Bangladesh announced the building of China-Bangladesh community with a shared future in the new era, serving as concrete initiative to deliver our consensus on governance exchange and capacity building. Over the past 4 days, we held lectures and in-depth discussions covering the Global South, whole process people's democracy, targeted poverty alleviation, digital governance, and China's modernization path. Also, our field trip to the Padma Bridge and the Dashkandi sewage treatment plant also offered tangible evidence of the China-Bangladesh cooperation for the people's well-being here. As countries of the Global South, China and Bangladesh actually share quite similar development aspirations. This exchange is never about copying models, but learning from each other's governance practices. More importantly, we have built a lasting professional network linking the young Bangladesh policy practitioners and also the China's academic scholars. Today, the end of this forum actually marks a new starting point for our bilateral collaboration. Based on the MOU signed between Fudan and BIISS, we will carry out regular joint governance forums, collaborative policy research, and also exchange programs for young officials and scholars to sustain mutual learning on governance. And finally, congratulations to all participants on completing this training program. I hope you will apply what you have learned in your daily work and keep our dialogue ongoing. And may China-Bangladesh friendship endure and our bilateral collaboration achieve a greater progress. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Zhang, for your thoughtful remarks and kind words of encouragement. We sincerely appreciate your continued support for this partnership and look forward to further strengthening our institutional collaboration. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my honor to invite our chief guest, His Excellency Mohammad Ismail Jabiullah, the Honorable Advisor to the Honorable Prime Minister for the Ministry of Public Administration, to deliver his closing address. With his extensive experience in public administration and governance for long, I am sure his invaluable guidance and insights will also be a source of inspiration for our participants. His Excellency, the floor is yours. Yes, sir. May I talk from here? Yes, sir. Okay.
His Excellency Mr. Yao Wen, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to Bangladesh, distinguished Professor Zhang Ping, Vice Dean, School of International Relations and Public Affairs, Fudan University, Major General ASM Ridwanur Rahman, Director General of Bangladesh Institute of Strategic Studies, respected participants, academicians, policymakers, researchers, distinguished members of the print and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon to you all. Let me begin by saying that I am honored and feeling privileged to address this distinguished gathering at the Joint Training Program 2026 Comparative Governance Forum Bangladesh session. I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the participants for successfully completing this training program. I firmly believe that this course has not only enhanced your knowledge and professional capabilities, but also created a strong platform for mutual learning and collaboration and enabling you to work together in advancing our national interest with a deep sense of patriotism and commitment. I warmly welcome our friends from Fudan University, one of Asia's most prestigious academic institutions, and our scholars from Bangladesh, from across the ministries and different universities and think tanks. Forums like today's are not only merely academic exercises, they are platforms where ideas are transformed into policies and partnerships into tangible development. Ladies and gentlemen, Bangladesh and China enjoy a friendship rooted in mutual respect and shared aspirations. Since the time of President Shoaib Zia Rahman, bilateral relations have continued to expand between our two nations. Late Prime Minister Begum Khaleda Zia carried forward this legacy, acknowledging Belt and Road Initiative in her Vision 2030. In recent months, our two countries have elevated this relationship to a still greater height, particularly during the visit of Prime Minister Tariq Rahman to China recently. And it has gone to a comparative strategic cooperative partnership stage, opening new avenues for cooperation in trade, investment, energy, technology, infrastructure, education, artificial intelligence, and people-to-people exchanges. Today, however, Citizens no longer evaluate international relations merely by diplomatic statements. They ask a simple question: what benefits does this partnership bring to ordinary people? That is why governance today must be measured not only by vision but also by outcomes. People want to see figures, they want to hear success stories. Fortunately, Bangladesh and China have many such citable examples. China has remained one of Bangladesh's largest trading partners for many years. Bilateral trade now exceeds US 25 billion annually, while China continues to be one of the largest sources of foreign direct investment in Bangladesh. Chinese enterprises have contributed to transformative infrastructure projects, including bridges, highways, power generation, industrial zones, and digital connectivity. Likewise, Bangladesh's remarkable economic progress was built on the reform-oriented policies and development vision introduced by BNP-led governments since the early 1990s, laying the foundation for sustained growth, poverty alleviation, and social advancement. However, in a twist of fate since 2008, under the regime of former fleeing Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, Bangladesh descended into a severe economic crisis. Sheikh Hasina's regime weakened democratic institutions, siphoned money abroad from financial sector, resulting in a decline in the country's international standing, eroding investor confidence, and constraining its full economic potential. Otherwise, our progress would have been much better than today. Since August 2024, Bangladesh has entered a new chapter with renewed momentum and optimism. Now is the time for our two nations to jointly create prosperity for the benefit of our 1.6 billion people. Together, we can produce, share, and enjoy high quality goods and services while deepening economic cooperation and strengthening our enduring partnership. We must seize this historic opportunity to build a future of shared growth and mutual prosperity. Distinguished participants, history teaches us that countries progress not simply because they possess natural resources, but because they continuously learn from one another. China's remarkable transformation over the last 4 decades demonstrates the power of long-term planning, institutional continuity, technological innovation, and investment in human capital. Under the dynamic leadership of President Xi Jinping, China now emerged as a superpower, the second largest economy in the world, that raises China to a crucial leader in global theater. Bangladesh also has substantive experiences worth sharing, particularly in microfinance, disaster management, climate resilience, pharmaceutical manufacturing, garment exports, and some other sectors. This is precisely why this comparative governance forum is important. Governance should never be about copying another country's model. It should be about learning, adapting, and innovating according to national realities. And I am confident after this 4 day session, we have learned from each other and we have by now enriched ourselves. My recent visit to China has proved how amazing and magical transformation China has undergone in the meantime. It is unbelievable unless we see with our own eyes. It is really difficult. I had been to Shenzhen last year, this year. Shenzhen, Shenzhen this year, yes. I had been to Hong Kong about say about a decade back. It is I can say that in many areas Shenzhen has surpassed Hong Kong in the meantime. if you allow me to say, in many, many areas. It is really hard to believe unless you see it with your own eyes, the progress, the high quality development that they have undergone in the meantime. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, artificial intelligence represents the next frontier of governance, and it has already started shaping the next world. AI will reshape public administration, healthcare, education, urban planning, agriculture, and public service delivery. Future governments will increasingly rely on data-driven policymaking rather than intuition alone. I strongly believe, yet technology must always remain human-centered. Artificial intelligence should strengthen human judgment, not replace it. As policymakers, our responsibility is to ensure that AI is ethical, transparent, accountable, and inclusive. Bangladesh, therefore, looks forward to a deeper cooperation with Chinese universities and research institutions in areas as AI, semiconductor, smart manufacturing, capacity development for civil and military bureaucrats, digital governance, etc. I particularly encourage the establishment of joint research centers, faculty exchange programs, dual degree initiatives, and collaborative policy laboratories between Bangladesh and Chinese universities. Our universities should not only simply exchange students, they should jointly produce knowledge. Distinguished guests, the recent visit of the Honorable Prime Minister to China resulted in a number of important agreements covering connectivity, investment, technology, and development cooperation. Now comes the most important phase, implementation. Citizens judge governments not by number of memorandum of understanding, but by measurable outcomes that are visible and tangible. I believe institutions such as BISS, together with Fudan University and other leading research institutions, can provide evidence-based policy recommendations that help transform agreements into real development outcomes. As for example, BISS can research together with Chinese stakeholders for the long-cherished connectivity between Kunming and Cox's Bazar. It will be the world's greatest supply line for stability and progression in South Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, in an increasingly turbulent world, dialogue among scholars has become as important as dialogue among governments. Strategic trust begins with intellectual trust. Academic cooperation builds mutual understanding. And mutual understanding ultimately strengthens peace and prosperity. Let this forum become not merely an annual event, but the beginning of a long-term knowledge partnership between Bangladesh and China. Together, let us produce research and that influences policy. Let us develop governance models that improve people's lives. Let us ensure that the next generation inherits not only stronger economies, but also stronger institutions. Once again, let me extend my sincere appreciation to BISS, Fudan University, the Embassy of the People's Republic of China, Bangladesh, and all participating scholars for making this important initiative possible. Thank you all. Bangladesh-China friendship. Long live Bangladesh-China friendship. Bangladesh Zindabad. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for your inspiring and thoughtful address. We are deeply grateful to you for your valuable guidance in respect of the future trajectory of BIS and Fudan University collaboration, and also highlighting the important areas where we should focus on. We will surely keep that in mind and do the needful. On behalf of all the participants and audience, once again, I express our sincere gratitude to you for gracing today's event. Thank you very much, sir. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this closing session. On behalf of BIS and the organizers, once again, I extend our sincere gratitude to all of you for being present here, and particularly the participants for your active participation and contribution. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a small memento exchange ceremony. May I now request our respected Director General to present crest and mementos to our honorable chief guest. May I
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, for me? Yeah, for you. Thank you very much.
Now I humbly request all the participants to join us for a photo session with our honorable chief guest. Please come forward. And please bring your certificate as well with yourself.